Good evening, WrestleTalkShow fans, and welcome back to another edition of WrestleTalkShow. In this edition, we're going to do what we're going to dub a weekend roundup, as a couple of stories we've been following and reported on here have shed some more information and some things have been revised. So we want to make sure we bring you the most updated information we can. Again, I'm your host, Joshua Zimmerman, and as always, we'd like to thank our YouTube and Facebook following for watching our videos on a regular basis and helping us get the demographics that we need. We thank you very much and hope that more and more people catch on to this, as we don't do it for any kind of gain. We just do it to put the information out there and kind of put our own spin on things. I haven't been using the guest host, James Kincaid, for the last few weeks because it's kind of hard to give you current information when he doesn't want to be surprised by anything he hasn't seen yet. He's a little backed up when it comes to TNA. He'll speak freely, but WWE products he is a little backlogged on and likes to catch up in his own fashion, as I've stressed on this program for the fans overall. But getting right into one of the topics we brought you a couple days ago, Chyna's September 20th 911 call. She was going through alcohol withdrawal when she took 4 to 5 times the prescribed amount of Benadryl to help her sleep. According to the 911 call, she was alert and kind of breathing. That's basically how they put on that. You can go to TMZ.com for the full hospital report and 911 call if that's what you're into. I figured the skinny would work just the same because Chyna hasn't worked there in how long. WWE came out and revised, either yesterday or today, revised the rating for the 9/27 Monday Night Raw, this past Monday Night Raw. It scored a 2.72 the first hour and a 2.76 for the second hour, giving it an overall rating of actually 2.74. Yeah, 2.72 for the first hour and 2.76, and it overall at 2.74. That's down from September 20th Raw, which seen a overall rating of 2.80. So it stands as the lowest rated Raw for the year. Just to update that information for you, because we just did that one this morning. And we wanted to make sure that one was current. We didn't want to have our foot in our mouth on that one. You remember earlier in the week, last week, I reported that Xpac Sean Waltman was arrested about a week ago in a New Jersey airport for possession of marijuana. He had a joint when he was searched for not having proper ID, going through proper airport screening. He's resolved this issue by pleading guilty to the possession charge and paying a $358 fine. So I don't know if it's good or bad to see that resolved. I want to stay positive and say it's good, but does he impact the wrestling community at all? Yeah, I between him and Chyna, I just got to put this one out there. It just seems that they're more known for their drama now than they are getting their careers back on track or figuring out what they want to do next. However that works, but it's been years for both of them, and so far all they do is make the headlines for negative things. So you got to wonder why, with all the already negative things in wrestling, why this is being intertwined. And I know they're former superstars, but when the products aren't doing good to begin with, what does it really matter if wrestlers from years ago are in legal trouble or medical trouble? Well, medical you can follow, but to make it sound like people follow Chyna and Xpac on a consistent basis as wrestling fans, I think it's kind of pushing it there. Um, I do feel bad for Chyna, but that's another video altogether. TNA announces that Kurt Angle's new movie Beyond the Mat will be privately screened in a VIP package set for Bound for Glory. Uh, Purchasers of this package from the Material Red will get to screen this movie during Bound for Glory weekend. Um, Angle plays a high school wrestling coach focused on amateur wrestling. He says he wants the community to get a newfound sense of wrestling, but I don't know. I know Cena's movie was about brothers, but isn't it more or less the same movie? Just the leading role is titled differently. I'm not saying they copied, but, and I'm not even sarcastically insinuating it. I'm just saying the wrestler, Cena's film that's already out on DVD, which is A Crying Shame. It was in select theaters and it did so poorly. Walmart's already got it. Just another point, just reiterating that WWE needs to focus less on its movies now, more on its wrestling, so that hopefully in a couple of months its movies will actually mean something again. That's not a cheap shot, that's just your entertainment product, your core entertainment product is suffering, and you are producing movies that are a month out, a couple weeks out, and already being produced to DVD by Walmart and sold exclusively at Walmart. It does say that the movie did not do good at all. I know it didn't make much. The actual figure was reported, and we'll get that to you again. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. And then on 9/28 yesterday, Hulk Hogan received make it or break it back surgery to treat the ongoing chronic pain he has in his back. I don't know, we all seen this one coming. We reported on it vaguely, and I think we established that because he doesn't really hold a relevance in the company that shifts it either way, doesn't really matter what he's doing until he comes back to the product. And even when he comes back to TNA, is anything going to change? I don't think so. He wasn't in a substantial role, so to make for TNA to make it sound like they're going through an ordeal with one of their headliners, it's, you know, kind of a little out there too. But that's all part of the weekend roundup, I guess. I guess they're trying to get whatever last minute press junkets they can. Can't really say I blame them. They know they're in a spot, hopefully, but I've gotten into rants about that too. Maybe they don't. If you think Hulk Hogan, the relevance of Hulk Hogan being on Impact is going to change with what he's already shown us, if it affects the viewership of the product or the following of the product, I think they're mistaken there. I think Hogan's role couldn't be any more minuscule right now because it has no impact on anything. Nothing in TNA ever leads to anything right now, so it's kind of hard to follow it. Whereas the point was made last night that with WWE it might be sloppy, but they at least try to come to a conclusion. Nothing seems to matter, so why does any of the details in the things that don't matter, you know? 9, this past Impact scored a 1.01 overall rating. The first hour scored a 1.01, and the final hour scored a 1.02. Again, giving it an overall rating of 1.01, which is the second lowest. I believe they said, the information I read, 1.0 last week. The second lowest rated Impact for the year. 99.9% sure on that information right there. And then you find out at the end of the day that TNA plays tag with its X Division title again. X Division changes hands. X Division title changes hands again in a house show in New Jersey. Let me just break down how it's changed already, or where the process began, rather. 9/16 Impact. Jay Lethal captures the title from Douglas Williams. Moving forward, 9/23 house show, September 23rd house show in New York City. Amazing Red wins the title from Jay Lethal. And then finally, this past house show in Rahway, New Jersey, Jay Lethal beats Amazing Red to regain the title. So it's kind of a back and forth, and again, doesn't really hold any ground. The X Division title doesn't mean what it used to, doesn't mean what it should right now. None of the titles do, but that's a title rant. But again, we wanted to get out there what has changed and what we found out. I imagine we'll be doing some recording this weekend, but I didn't want to not do anything and not have this information current, because it is things for this week, and to give them to you over the weekend or with a couple days gap might get people confused. And again, you can check out this video and every other video at WrestleTalkShow.webs.com. There you can find all these videos, readable content, my blogs, backstories to some of the videos that we've done, pre-stories to some of the videos, to where the blog was actually written before the rant was recorded. But I do usually like to follow up the video with some kind of rant. I will be updating the news section of that page over the weekend at some point. And there you can also interact with our online forums, where we discuss a lot of wrestling related topics on the various brands, including WWE, TNA, ROH, and all the other TNA, WWE, and ROH. Any show questions, comments, or concerns can be sent to cwecompany@gmail.com. And for the weekend, for the night, guys, have a great night. Thanks for watching. Peace.